上一期应该算是拖出了第一章的一个密室，果然还不止一个，序章是只有一个，之后我估计每一章会比多起来吧，2个。好，要剧情了啊 ！We walked down the stairs after leaving the pool。对，上一期是 pool 游泳池。Chisono went out of breath halfway and began complaining about the stairs. We finally reached the central lobby and began searching for a way to the engine room. Present time, the Idealog central lobby. Misaki's lover who went to the war. Amagrat. Rock. I keep thinking about it. Everything is so unfamiliar to me. I barely know anything about the world. The only input I get is from the news and social class at school, but that barely skims the surface. You look so serious. Did Misaki give you a scolding? No, actually, she taught me a lot. There are so many things I don't know about. Well, great, as long as it piques your intellectual curiosity. PK. The words intellectual curiosity rings a bell. Chisono is far much smarter than I am. We are in the same school but in different classes. She's in the A class. 分级的是吧 Maybe she knows something about Amagrat. I didn't feel like I should ask Misaki.Chisono, do you know about a country named Amagrat? 我查一下，真有这个国家的吗？应该是虚构的吧？要真有的话，这会引起这种国际战役的，应该是没有的。Amagrat League of Legends 真的假的？那是虚构的。It's not officially recognized as a country yet. Of course, I know it's common knowledge. Common knowledge. Calm down, Hitomi. Chisono is just well informed. Well, I don't know the country well, but I want to know more about it. It might help me. I must admit, the news barely provides anything about it. I'm not surprised you don't know much about it. Really? Then how did you know? From the English paper. Well, that's definitely out of my league. Sometimes I wonder if she even is the same species as I am.To be more precise, the British papers. Amagrat is in Europe, you know. She makes it sound like she reads the papers from several countries daily. Maybe she really does. Fine, I will walk you through. Thank you, Mom. Rock was originally in a part of SU, Soviet Union.Until it declared independence through civil war. 苏联啊 Soviet Union. There weren't many problems when they were still a part of SU. But when the Union crumbled, things changed. Rock favored those of Russian ethnicity and treated them better. This caused a conflict amongst the people. There are many Russians in East Rock.But the numbers were few around Amagrat, which lies in the west. So Amagrat was neglected. Besides, Amagrat had strong ties with Scandinavia. 真的假的？ The conflict was inevitable. Then Amagrat declared independence, and that's when the war began. I remember there was a news about Rock attacking civilians. Now the war is over, and Amagrat is supposedly independent. She still has several peacekeeping forces camped there, and has a long way to go to gain recognition. I didn't know that at all. Although I know Chisono is well studied, I still feel ashamed of my ignorance. Was that enough? Yeah, thanks, that was helpful. Somehow I feel as if anything is connected to saving Maria. That I'd found an answer here. Okay, the class is over. Time is precious, you know.Let's search for the next route. Yeah, let's do this. Hitomi, Chisono, here, looks like the engine room is downstairs. Oh no, more stairs. Come on, let's go. 这只是个中转是吧 Parascientific Escape, cruise in the distant sea. 这应该第2章了是吧 Saving data. Leaving the central lobby, we head down searching for the engine room. We managed to 到下一个存档点能存档的时候，回那个主菜单看一下。这次就不用直接从第二章了开始，就只要第二章这个 Chapter2 解锁了，就说明已经进第二章，因为之前只有第一章跟序章了。因为你再看第二章，他会把那个第一章全部总结一遍。We managed to reach the passenger rooms on the lower deck. Present time, the IDNet log, lower deck corridor. Wow, it's flooded in here. This is awful. I'd hoped it was just a bad joke, but now it's definite that the ship is sinking slowly. If the waters come up here already, the engine room downstairs must be underwater by now. It's a possibility, but we don't know where the water is coming from. We are supposedly below the waterline now, so it could be coming in from any little crack around here. So the only way we will know is to move forwards, right? As we walk close to the fire door, I noticed a disturbing raining. It's different from Chisono's telepathy. At first, I thought it may be from pressure, since we were in the lower deck. Hitomi tries the door. It won't open. Maybe I have to remove the black lock first. It's ridiculous to put the lock on a fire door, if you ask me. Hitomi, can you see what's on the other side of the door? Sure, give me a moment. Shroom? That's funny. What's wrong? I can't use my power. Interesting. What about my telepathy? Can you help me? No, I can't. What's happening here? Is there anything wrong? Maria, did you feel some kind of pressure in your ears when we got here? I did, but I thought it was just me, you two. Me too. Maybe that's the reason? What are you talking about? I didn't feel anything. My ears are pretty sensitive because of my profession. I see. If Misaki can't hear it, I'm guessing it only affects psychics. My ears started ringing when we passed through that door. 907. The briefcase we found has the same number. Let's begin our search here. Explore! 我靠，这洪水一地积水，他们怎么走上去？嘛，跟我刚刚说的一样，先 save 一下 data。我估计已经进第二章了。这样的话，第一章用了几期啊？第一章刚好3期是吧？还是序章长啊？序章4期。哎，真的序章4期。序章4期，第一章才3期。不会是小品的作品啊？你不能想太多。不会很长的，一般来说我估计，那现在写作完1期20到30分钟是吧？算到25分钟好了，100分钟175分钟，3个小时，目前，差不多，最后10个小时差不多了吧，应该就能结束了。而且是我这样强迫症的，每个地方 examine 都要全部解锁完毕的。啊，果然已经 Chapter2 了。这不能点 Chapter2 了，否则妈一堆剧情。来吧，这地方不能动是吧？但是可以先 talk。System 啊，之前那个 hints 确实有点露骨了。我不是说自己能不能想到那个 ZOEN， 你要再给点时间，也许有机会，也许是有机会。他就应该说到 ZOEN， 然后那个4个应该是数字 ，ZOEN 跟数字会有什么关系？说到这儿就行了，这 capital letter 一说出来就没了呢。啊 ，suite room upper deck corridor pool， 啊，能直接到这些地方了是吧 ？Item 呢 ？Card key level 1 2 cards electric screwdriver flashlight。examine 几个？4个是吧？好，先 talk 啊。Chisono about， 哎，这不会一样吧？测试一个吧，测试个 Misaki 吧。啊，一样的。没有任何变化。那 about the pressure, I can't use my powers. I feel some sort of pressure, but I wonder what this is. Oh, maybe it's the same thing as what you felt at the party, Chisono. No, the pressure here and the dark thoughts I felt at the party are two different things. Think about it. If we can't use our powers here, I wouldn't be able to feel the emotions around me anyway. Oh yeah, right. I'd forgotten about that. Maybe there's something here that hinders any PSI ether movement. PSY ether, what's that? PSI ether, the proper academic name for ether. I suppose I should explain. We have something called PSI receptor. which is a sensory organ that only psychics have. It's what lets us to absorb ether to use our special powers. And we have another organ that helps us to create those powers. Either a PSI super sensory organ or a PSI telekinetic organ. The PSI super sensory organ is something that helps abilities like telepathy or clairvoyance. The PSI telekinetic organ is what helps psychokinesis. You are special, Hitomi, because you have both organs, which is an extremely rare case. I have no idea what you are talking about. My head's starting to hurt. 这个制作组肯定也是个科学狂人，否则不会设计这种东西。Don't worry, it isn't critical knowledge. You are better off studying the school curriculum. 对，好像也不是很复杂，我也能读懂。Yeah, I got a fail in biology the other day. That's the first time I heard of that. Oops. We will have to study together when we get home. I will keep on testing you till you score an average of 80%. Oh no, I've dug my own grave. Maya. About Maya, Maya's 后边我要去搜的是没了吧？这两个是吧 ？Maya's friends. Maya, don't you have a close friend? No. I do get to meet a lot of people because of my father's position. Amabishi branches out in several different areas. So I get to meet people of all groups, businessmen, academics, rock musicians, etc. I tend to keep to myself, so it's good experience to meet someone new. But I know I meet them only because of my father, so it can be a bit lonely sometimes. They all come to meet the daughter of Amabishi, but they never come to meet Maria Amabishi, me. So the answer is no. I don't really have any close friends. I don't hold anything against my father, but I have to admit, it's hard to be a normal girl in my circumstances. The Amabishi name always follows me, and I'm not as strong as you, Tommy, to break out that shell. I'm pretty introverted, so it's difficult for me. Oh, I'm sorry, I simply rambled on. How rude of me. No, I'm glad I got to know more about you. It's the first step to becoming a closer friend. Thank you, it means a lot to me. I think I know why Chisono cares about you so. Why? I'm not going to tell you, you have to ask her yourself. But I told you, I'm shy. About Misaki. Misaki is such a lovely person. Lovely person. I've seen her perform on stage too. And I'll admit, I cried a little. It's a secret, but I've actually always been a fan of hers. I own all of her albums. I bought all of them by saving up my pocket money. The thing goes, the albums, all of them. Saving up. I know it may come as surprising, but I only receive the average amount of pocket money like everyone else. My father is strict about things like that. He doesn't want me to have a warped idea about money. Well, the CEO of Amabishi has his priorities right. Whenever I feel lonely, I listen to Misaki's CDs. When I'm done, it always brings me back to a bright spot again. It's not as if things change, but her music makes me feel positive. Her music makes people move on. I don't dare to ask, but maybe Misaki has been hurt in the past. Maybe it's why she's able to make soothing music that people relate to. Somehow, that's what I think when I listen to her work. 目前来说，这四个人最阿卡琳的应该是 Misaki 了，没有什么剧情。我还真没印象了。问过了是吧？Definitely， 这个呢？Medicine 是吧？这个其实根本就不算 skip， 不知道后面两周会不会有这个系统的跟进。目前这个确实是稍微蛋疼了一点。这个人新的He told me you only met Maria recently, right? Yeah, I just met her today, but we hit it off. It's probably because both of you are honest, straightforward people. I'm surprised myself that I'd go so far to save someone I just met. But Maria makes me feel like that's the right thing to do. I guess that's why Chisono and Maria are so fond of you, Hitomi. It's a beautiful friendship. Really? You think so? Maybe I'm just stupid. You shouldn't discredit yourself. You have strength to push people forward, Hitomi. You are just being nice. Nothing's going to come out of flattery. Oh, what a shame. I hoped you'd like me better. What? I will stop teasing you now. Chisono staring daggers at me. About saying, you must treasure his memories very much. Ah. What? You looked for the pendant even in an emergency situation. It must be important to you. Yes. I value it more than my life. I know it must be silly putting something material before my life. I've never been in a relationship before, so I don't know how you feel, but I think I can understand how a memory can be important. It's not as if Dad's going to come back to life. I can't make new memories with him anymore. I can only treasure what's left of him that I remember. It's hard, isn't it? You can't afford to let a single memory slip away. Hitomi, I can't stay depressed through, or he'd be angry with me. That's the difficult part. Yes, I think I'd get told off too, if we're seen like this. But I think saving Maria would help me. I think it would push me forwards, without sacrificing anything I remember of Dad. Hitomi, you are a strong girl, a role model. I'm not worthy. Haha, alright, we will pretend you aren't. Come on, let's carry on, let's keep trying. Yeah, we are going to do this. We are gonna to do this. 4个啊，3扇门，一个这个。Even the evacuation announcements have stopped. I guess that means the other passengers and crew have got on the boats. The fire door is closed and there is a key stuck on it. 这是 key 吗 ？How could I remove it? Interesting. 这什么东西？还真有一个东西。啊，就那个什么。来一下啊 I can't use my power here. What's happening? Speaker fire door 还有2扇了。908。这就是那个数字什么 ？The door is locked. If it's an ordinary lock, I should be able to open it with my powers. 但是你现在不能用能力啊。But when I try my powers, it feels as if someone is squeezing my mind. I don't know what's happening, but I'd better find out why I can't use my powers. 水吗 The door is locked. If it's an ordinary lock, I should be able to open it with my powers. Now that we've moved, I don't feel that strange pressure anymore. Yeah, I can feel my power again. 什么乱七八糟的？强行 power again， 你洗吧。What's it like inside the door? I should check with my power. 来了啊，解密。面白いな。I should look inside the door. Lock first with clairvoyance. I can see the locking mechanism inside. If I can turn it, I can unlock it. 我看不清楚啊，真的假的？Now that I know that what's inside， 就是房间吗？ I have to move the door lock with telekinesis. 这个左转右转谁看得清楚啊 ？Oh no, it can't be turning this way. Maybe the other way. 穷举法。The door is open. It's unlocked. Now I can get in. I was worried there may be traps inside, but it looks like an ordinary room. 你这个水怎么办 Well, I guess I'd better go inside and see for myself. 咚一声 Present time, the ID lock, lower deck, room 907. 这个音乐一响起就知道没什么事情。 This is similar to the room Chisono and I were in. I thought it was so grand like a hotel when I first saw it, but Maria's room makes this look like a bunkhouse in comparison. The briefcase we found by the poor had a tag 907. 907 不是908吗？ Wasn't it? That search was hidden in this room, girls. Yeah. Misaki lost her lover in Almagrad. The conflict of independence is a war after all. A war needs weapons. Amabishi sells weapons. I wonder if the weapons used in Almagrad were from Amabishi. Does Maya know? What would she think? How would she look upon her father, the CEO of Amabishi? You are such an open book. Huh? You look like a junior high student forced to solve a calculus problem. Calculus problem. I would just cute if I was in that situation. You are thinking about Maria and Almagrad, aren't you? Why don't you leave the exploring to Misaki and I and go talk to Maria? But it's my job too, I can't leave this to you. That's exactly my point. It's insane to put yourself in danger to save someone you barely know. You started this, I won't let you falter here. Just go talk to her and be sure about yourself. I do have a lot of questions to ask Maria. Good point, thanks. Don't thank me, I just can't stand watching you like that. I should ask Maria what she thinks and sort my feelings out, or else I don't think I can carry on. I called to Maya, who is concentrating on the ground. Hey, mind if you have a chat? 搭讪 Not at all, what's the matter? I barely know anything about you, Maria. 你不是已经知道很多了？ I thought I'd get to know you better. Absolutely. I thought she'd stop because the bomb's still ticking. But she agrees wholeheartedly. It was bothering me too. You barely knew me when you made your decision. You don't even know if I'm worth your saving. We don't have much time, but you have the right to know more about who you are risking your life for. Please ask away, I will do my best to answer. I'm floored by Maria's way of thinking. You amaze me, Maria. You are so mature. Both Chisono and Maria are good at seeing the big picture. I know I lack those qualities. At least I get to know Maria better. Well, I will start asking questions then. So first things first. 这还不能存档是吧 About Amabishi, I still don't know what Amabishi is. I understand it's such a huge creature. It's hard to explain, but that well-known phrase is actually quite accurate. Well-known phrase? It sells everything. On one hand, Amabishi spares nothing in research to help mankind, but on the other hand, Amabishi sells weapons too. Perhaps you have already heard about that before. Amabishi is a huge system to collect money. Good or evil doesn't come into an equation. My father, he's trying to make a change. But military is a big pie for the Amabishi's group. It's hard to cut out something so large as a corporation. If we stop now, all the people that work for us would lose their jobs. Some people won't find another job. In fact, I'd say most of our people would find difficulty, and when I say that, there is no small number. And dealing with military forces of other countries provide opportunities. It's how Amabishi enters and builds their foundations overseas. It's how Amabishi came to grow to such a large enterprise. Charity toys all that is linked to development and prosperity. If they cut off the weapon dealing, our charity organizations can't stand alone. Companies are still alive. Amabishi has grown into such a size nobody can control it. Even though we know it may cause for tragedy, we can't stop now. I often think I may not deserve to be happy. I'm alive because I use Amabishi's profit after all. You are overthinking things. You want the cause. You deserve to be happy like anybody else. You are being kind, thank you. What's your dad like? He's a fair, honorable man. I respect him very much. He's the CEO of Amabishi, right? The person in charge. Yes. But that doesn't mean he can run the place like he wants. There is a CCO, CFO, and even CTO in Amabishi. And of course, the stockholders. I don't know what the abbreviations stand for, but they sound important. Father tries his best to make change, but it is a path of thorns. It must be hard being an adult. I think I should mention I didn't join Zena, although I should, being an Amabishi. You didn't, but why? As my father, he's protecting me from Zena. Is Zena evil? I didn't think they were dangerous. Well, Zena. From what I know, Zena isn't bad, but there are several factions in it, and it is political chaos inside. Perhaps father is trying to protect me from that. Your dad must love you very much. I am grateful. I am proud of being Amabishi. There are factions in Zena, and they don't always get along, but it's also true that they are dedicated to serve mankind. I will decide whether I will join Zena or not someday myself. I have to think of that too. I'm a psychic after all. About Maria. How are you, Maria? I mean, with the bomb around your neck and with someone after your life. I'm the daughter of Avse Amabishi. I knew this day would come. You are accepting your fate? And quite the contrary. And the daughter of Avse Amabishi, I can't allow this to break me. I will stand and fight. I won't forget what father has taught me. Although I must admit, I'm depending on all of you. I don't want to make this as an excuse, but I'm 14. Oh, I know my abilities are limited, but I promised myself I'd stay strong. Going back to your question, I'd say I'm alright. Even if my life is in danger and I have a bomb around my neck, I am my own person. Is there anything wrong? Nothing. I'm just in awe. I've lived such a carefree life, but it's time to grow up. What can I do to help? And talk. Now it's time to move on. Let's find the engine room, Maria. Okay. 终于 explore 了，刚好存档啊，刚好存档，刚好结束这期。